I feel like from year 7 now, I've changed a lot because of everyone's nasty comments.
This person doesn't know me and I don't know them. So what they say is not a reflection on my identity.
There's a trend called like bone smashing. You literally get either a hammer or hard object, just like kind of tap your joint to get.
What?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to today's Birmingham Media Literacy Debate. At the moment I have with me fantastic students from the CORE Jewellery Quarter Academy, and we're going to be talking about the issue of Looksmaxxing and mental health. I'm Diane Kemp, really delighted you can join us. We're going to find out what it's about, why it's important, why we should care about it. I think I probably know less about this topic than anything else. So let's get underway. For those of you who, like me, are maybe of a certain age, are thinking, what is Looksmaxxing? The dictionary definition of it, it's about where you really pay huge attention to physical looks, okay? And the kind of attention, not always good. So we're going to find out more about that. Grace, I'm going to come to you first. Tell us about this Looksmaxxing. What is the issue with it?
Looksmaxxing, ResearchGate defines Looksmaxxing as a part of the manosphere, a group of male-oriented websites that share a red pill ideology.
Right. And what is the red pill ideology for those of us, again, who need that information?
Okay, as we know from popular media, there is such a thing as the blue pill and the red pill. So obviously the blue pill would be the idea of a normal life, but they view the red pill as not going the normal route. You know, going against societal ideals, making more money, doing things different than society would expect of these men.
So that sort of tells us what it is we're dealing with. Amira, if I come to you next, I mean, what's the issues involved with this then? What's the problem?
I feel like in a society where standards are really, really high, like expectations how you look, and that depends on how you're treated in society, whether it's in school, in social places. And that pushes like social anxiety, like in how you look, think and feel about yourself, and it just affects you not so in a great way.
Right. When you say not in a great way, I'm guessing you're talking about people's mental health there particularly, are you?
It affects like there's mental health issues such as body dysmorphia. Someone could look perfectly fine on the outside, but inside they feel like they're not enough, and it pushes the trend Looksmaxxing.
Yeah. Naraya, do you want to tell us a bit more about all of this?
Yeah, as Amira said, these unhealthy trends like make extreme changes of youth, how they look, how they feel. They might feel like they're not as good just because they don't look how a certain person looks. Might make them like feel like, oh, they're not good enough.
Which is not a great thing, is it? Yeah. Okay, so Honey, tell us a bit more about this. I mean, you know, what are the problems associated with this, or any other issues?
This can lead to depression and anxiety, and it may make an individual feel as if they're not meeting societal expectations and sort of impact them in a very negative way.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, we all have a pressure, don't we? Pressures to look a certain way or act a certain way, you know. I mean, there's lots of pressures from television and friends and things like that. But it's more than that, isn't it, with this Looksmaxxing? Yeah. Helene, I mean, what can be done about it, or what's the sort of, any thoughts about how it should be tackled?
One of the ways that Looksmaxxing can be tackled is like maybe putting them on mute or unfollowing their accounts to avoid such things having a toll on the person's mental health or how they see themselves. Or maybe they could just use screen time limits to avoid being always online, always seeing people's perfect lives, and just avoid some things.
Yeah. I'm going to open it up to all of you, so just answer as you want. But, I mean, have you all felt some of this pressure yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah? How has that pressure been put on you? Can you know, tell us? Is it through the phone? Is it through comments that people share on phones, or what?
I feel like people in general, they'll judge you for anything. Like, you'd have a bigger nose than some. We could have different hairstyles to people, different skin tones, whatever. But at the end of the day, you've got to learn to love yourself and like to support one another and how you look.
Yeah. Do you want to add to that? You were nodding.
Yeah, like especially when you just start secondary. Like obviously everyone thinks like they need to look like this, you need to look like that, and if you don't look like that, then you just get talked down on a lot. For me, I feel like from year 7 now, I've changed a lot because of everyone's nasty comments and how they talk about you and all this. But you gotta learn to just, you don't have to listen to them because you're your own person. You're gonna be able to help yourself in the future. They're not gonna be there. So, and it's life, it happens. You just gotta learn to move on.
I mean, you're talking about something really resilient there, that you were able to kind of deal with it. You got some of that pressure, but you tackled it. I wonder if has anyone here done that same thing and how you managed to? How do you hold off those sorts of comments? Or, it's like someone getting into your head, isn't it?
Yeah, dealing with those problems can be very hard. With the voices. When you hear those comments, they keep repeating, even after you've left school. I find that some ways I could deal with it is, will this comment matter in a day, a week, a month? So something else that I try to remember is that this person doesn't know me and I don't know them. So what they say is not a reflection on my identity.
Yeah. What about yourself?
I sort of feel like these comments do affect me in a negative way, and that's what pushes me to implement changes within my life.
What kind of changes? Do you mean to not be listening to them, to as you were saying earlier about monitoring, making sure you don't have those places, those apps that where you're hearing it on so much, or something like that? What is it?
It's just me like.
You just find your own ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, I suppose, in the end. It's people individually. Is there anybody here who thinks that there's a positive side to it? Is there any bit of Looksmaxxing that's about making sure that we're healthy and well? Did anyone think that there's any positives in it?
I did research yesterday, and we saw that people's reviews and after doing it, and there's different types of Looksmaxxing. There's soft-maxing and hard-maxing.
Tell us what the difference is.
So soft-maxing is more like skincare, self-care, going to the gym daily, being nice, like very gentle with yourself, like in short, like baby steps, not just jumping. Whereas hard-maxing is more like extreme, using steroids. There's a trend called like bone smashing. You literally get either a hammer or hard object, just like kind of tap your jaw to get a chiseled jawline, and people actually do that. And they tend to forget that there's more than just bone underneath your face. There's nerves, there's veins, there's a lot.
And also, who would do that? I mean,
People push themselves to the extreme.
Yeah.
And it's just mad sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, do we think that there's too much emphasis put on looks anyway? Because, I mean, we know our health is not just about how we look, it's how we feel, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, what can be done? You've given us some suggestions yourself. What more? I mean, is it something government needs to do to step in? Is it to do with, making sure that some of those accounts aren't on people's phones? What do you think? Is there more?
Originally, Looksmaxxing didn't start out as a dangerous trend. It started out as a way for men to get more into taking care of themselves, because as part of the Red Pill community, the Red Pill is mostly about self-improvement for men.
But is it self-improvement just to do with looks?
No.
No? Okay.
And it's like about how you think and feel about yourself. So if you're just thinking every day that you're not the best looking person, like you have to remember you're just a human as well. You're not going to be like the most unrealistic standards. Like you can't just be everything at once. You have to take baby steps, like skincare, telling yourself in the mirror that you look beautiful, whatever, just simple things.
And also, who wants to look like everyone else? I mean, isn't that, it'd be pretty scary if we all looked the same, wouldn't it? So, that idea of perhaps one image of what looks we should be, trying to achieve is a bit odd in itself. Does anyone want to do a final word on this? I mean, what do you think the future should look like in terms of how people are safeguarded, perhaps particularly young people, Helena?
In today's social media ecosystem, the pursuit of perfect appearance or looking a certain way, like Looksmaxxing, it exploits the algorithmic influences and reshapes identity, and it also amplifies mental health crises. To challenge it, we must recognise that self-worth cannot be measured in just likes or scores or angles or how people see you. It must be like anchored on who we are, how we are personally, not just how we appear and how people see us.
Absolutely. Anyone want to add anything finally to that? Yep.
I was going to say that overall, as like young people growing up in this generation, looks can take a toll on you, whether it's in relationships, as I said before, societal standards. But I feel like as a community, as a society, we should help each other grow and support one another.
Yeah. So perhaps talking with each other, making sure your friends absolutely have your back, and that, you know, who we are is good enough. Well, I think if we've learned anything, it's that students here from the CORE Jewellery Quarter Academy, you know, we're in safe hands, they know what they're talking about, and really well done. I certainly have learned a lot from it. Thank you very much indeed. Back to you.